You don't plan it. You don't choose it. It just happens. A song comes on, and your throat tightens before you even know why. Someone is kind to you for 1 second, and your eyes fill up. You watch a stranger struggle, and you feel it in your own chest. And people notice and comment on that. Growing up, maybe you were the kid who cried when others didn't, the one who got teased for it, the one a parent told to toughen up, stop being so sensitive, pull yourself together. And slowly, quietly, you started to believe something was wrong with you. So you learned to hide it. You stared at the ceiling to stop the tears from falling. You said, "I'm fine," so many times that it became automatic. And still it's back. But here's what nobody ever told you. Your tears are not a defect. You are just neurologically wired for depth. Psychologists call this high emotional reactivity. I call it emotional HD. And today we are going to look at 3 biological systems that explain why you cry easily, why evolution kept this trait alive, and how to work with your wiring instead of against it. Now, to understand why you cry easily, we need to look at your nervous system. Your brain has an internal alarm system. It runs in the background every second of your life. And for most people, that alarm has a high threshold. It takes a lot to set it off. A raised voice, a real threat, something genuinely serious. But your alarm is set differently, just more sensitive. A shift in someone's tone when they say they're fine, you catch it. A stranger sitting alone at a birthday party, you feel it. Most people walk past these moments. Your nervous system stops, picks them up, and sends them straight to your chest. Scientists call this high autonomic reactivity. Your body responds faster and harder to emotional input. Your heart rate changes. Your breathing shifts. Your tear ducts activate. And it happens before your brain even has time to decide how to react. And you've probably experienced this 100 times. You're watching a video of a soldier coming home and his dog goes absolutely crazy at the door, and you're crying before you even realize it. You see a parent be gentle with their child in a grocery store, and something in you aches in a way you can't explain. That's not you being too weak. That's your nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do, just at a higher resolution than most people ever experience. Think of it like this. Some smoke detectors need a room full of smoke before the alarm sounds. Yours picks up a single match from the next room. But that only explains the trigger. There are 2 more biological systems that determine whether those tears actually fall. This brings us to the second system, your tear threshold. Every person on Earth has a crying threshold, a point where the pressure builds up enough that tears are released. It's controlled by glands behind your eyes and your nervous system working together. The difference is simple. Your threshold is lower than most people's, and that's not a choice you made. You were probably born with it. Studies show that 40 to 50% of how easily you cry comes from your genes. Think about that. Think about your family. A parent who got emotional at the dinner table. A grandparent who cried at weddings before the vows even started. You inherited the way they feel things. Mar2. The rest comes down to 2 chemicals, serotonin and prolactin. Low serotonin makes you more emotionally reactive. High prolactin lowers the barrier between feeling something and showing it. Here's the best way to picture it. Imagine 2 dams. One is massive. It can hold back enormous pressure for a long time before anything spills over. The other is smaller, more responsive. Neither dam is broken. They're just built differently. Most people around you have the big dam. They can sit through a tense meeting and show nothing. They can take harsh feedback and process it quietly later. They can watch something heartbreaking and hold it together in the moment. You feel the same things they feel, but you just reach capacity faster. And now comes the part most people overlook. There is a third system that determines not just if you cry, but how deeply you feel. This third system is your limbic response intensity. The limbic system is the emotional center of your brain. It includes structures like the amygdala and hippocampus. When something emotional happens, your limbic system activates. For some people, this activation is mild. For you, it is intense. Brain imaging studies show that people who cry easily have stronger limbic responses to emotional stimuli. When you see something moving, your amygdala lights up like a Christmas tree. This is not a weakness. This is sensitivity. Your brain does not just register emotions, it amplifies them. That's why you don't just cry from sadness. You cry from beauty. A perfect sunset, a song that hits at exactly the right moment. Most people need something major to happen before tears come. Your brain treats profound small moments with the same intensity. And evolution kept this trait alive on purpose. Every group needed people who could sense when something was wrong before it became a crisis. Who could read a room? That was you. Your emotional depth wasn't a liability to the people around you. It was a resource. Your tears built trust. They signaled to others that you were safe, that you actually cared. This is the honest way to see yourself. Most people are rocks. Solid, hard to move, stable in a way that looks like strength. You are water. You shift. You respond. You feel everything the moment it touches you. And surrounded by rocks your whole life, you've been told that makes you the problem. But water does something rocks never can. It reaches places nothing else can get to. It connects. The people who needed someone to actually feel what they were going through, they didn't come looking for a rock. They came looking for you. And that brings us to practical strategies for living in a world built for rocks. You will receive 3 strategies for working with your tear response. You do not need to master all of these. Pick one that feels doable. Here are 3 strategies that work with your wiring instead of against it. The first one is the preview technique. Before any situation you know is going to hit hard. A difficult conversation, a tough meeting, a moment you've been dreading. Give yourself 2 minutes alone first. Close your eyes. Imagine it. Picture yourself tearing up. This sounds small. It isn't. Your brain cannot tell the difference between something you vividly imagine and something you actually experience. When you rehearse the emotion, you build a path that says this is expected. The surprise disappears. Your tears may still come, but they won't ambush you. The second one is label and continue. When tears show up in the middle of something important, don't run from them. Name them out loud. Say it simply and directly. I'm tearing up because I care about this. And then keep going. No apology. No hiding. Just acknowledge it and move forward. The moment you name an emotion, something shifts in your brain. Your prefrontal cortex activates. You create a small, comfortable distance between yourself and the feeling. The third one is the pressure release system. Give yourself permission to feel things fully. Watch the films that deeply move you. Play the songs that open something up. Read the stories that make you feel seen. Create space for your feelings. Because your emotional system is like a pressure valve. If nothing ever releases, the pressure keeps building. And when it builds long enough, the smallest thing tips you over. Now for something important, not everyone will understand this about you. Some people never will. But there are people out there who will see your depth and recognize it as something rare. Find those people. Build your life closer to them. Your tears are a high sensitivity instrument for reading the world. The next time tears come unexpectedly, pause for 1 second. Tell yourself, my system is working exactly as designed. They are a tool. They are my strength.